of Confidence, Relationships for Life, member FDIC. And also that we will name the Salina Ortho Player of the Game. Salina Ortho is the proud sponsor of Player of the Game. Scoring totals went like this. First for Concordia, Emma Wallmeyer, 2, 6 for Caitlin Miller, 7 for Carolee Wallmeyer, 7 for Jessica Williams, 8 for Natalie Vines, and 17 game-high points for Sydney Bergman. For the Vikings, 1 point, Lana Clark. 2 points, Carrington Haxton. 4 points, Kira Haxton. 5 points, Ellie Brumbaugh. 9 points, Amanda Bahana. What a night she had. Very good effort for Amanda Bahana. 11 points for Jordan Otto, and 13 points for Bree Franklin. A great second half, playing the whole second half and only getting 1 foul. They were going after her a lot. She was playing inside, but she did a good job of playing. And Bree Franklin will be our Salina Ortho Player of the Game. Salina Ortho is a proud sponsor of Player of the Game. Vikings had a couple of leads late. They had a chance. They had a look at the basket at the end, but ended up losing it by the score of 47-45. A 1-minute timeout. When we come back, we'll have pregame for Smoky Valley boys versus Concordia. You're listening to Smoky Valley basketball, back right after this.
Do you know what major TV networks, Hall of Fame athletes, wineries, pubs, famous chefs, and brides and grooms from across the country have in common? They all purchase custom-etched glassware at glassdecorators.com. EmsloyGlassDecorators.com have been providing carefully etched glass for nearly 30 years. An effective tool for company branding, etched glasses are also perfect for school and civic groups, special occasions, and that one-of-a-kind gift they won't find anywhere else. Emsloyd Scandinavian Specialties and GlassDecorators.com, supporting Smoky Valley athletics since 1984.
The Bank of Teskett proudly supports the Smoky Valley Vikings and Bethany Swedes. With locations in Salina, Lindsborg, Lincoln, and Teskett, the Bank of Teskett is always there for your convenience. Whether it's personal banking, business banking, refinancing, or taking out a new loan, come see why the Bank of Teskett is rated 5 stars by Bauer Financial. The Bank of Teskett. Generations of confidence, relationships for life. Member FDIC. Go Vikings and go Swedes.
We're the Bank of Teskett.
And welcome back to the State Farm Insurance Anthony Hopkins pregame show. Your local State Farm agent, Anthony Hopkins, is a proud supporter of the Smoky Valley Vikings and your sponsor of the Viking pregame show. Smoky Valley won against Concordia a couple of times last year, both at their place, as they won the early season game up there, plus they won in the sub-state action after their leading scorer and power forward Ian Nordell had hurt his ankle and wasn't able to play in that championship game, and the Vikings came away with the victory and earned their second consecutive trip to the state tournament. This time the tables are turned. The Vikings hosting Concordia early, and then they will be hosting the sub-state. So we hope that Concordia doesn't turn it around. But Concordia doesn't have a big superstar. Their leading scorer is Dylan Reed. He's scoring 20 points per game in their first 2 games, a victory over Beloit 62-55 and a victory over Republic County 48-42. On the Viking side, the Vikings, well, they got handled at Abilene by the score of 85-67. But in that game, Brett Heitschmidt 28, Nick Reinert 27, and then they came home Tuesday night and won 58-52. Had a bigger lead, but weren't able to hold that lead as Southeast of Saline had a big fourth quarter. But the Vikings held on. Brett Heitschmidt again leading the way with 15, getting 14 from Nick Reinert and 11 from Ben Weldy, 7 from Jacob Adams. But tonight, Brett Heitschmidt out of the game. Got a little knee issue. Doesn't have any ligament damage, but just has some strain around his knee. And they're holding him out of tonight's game to see how it happens. But Vikings again without Brett Heitschmidt. So that is a big miss for the Vikings. I had a chance to talk with Coach Doug Snyder earlier this evening, and here's his thought on the Vikings game tonight. And welcome back to more Viking pregame on Big Fun with Coach Doug Snyder. As you get ready to have a 2-game homestand. That's kind of nice to have a couple of games in a row at home, and still early season, but you got your first victory.
Yeah, it's always nice to be able to come back home after you have a game, especially like we had at Abilene. But it was nice to get home, and we do have the luxury of having 4 out of our first 6 at home. And our guys, a bunch of seniors that have played a lot in that gym and have experienced a lot of highs in that gym. So it was nice to be able to come in and get our first win. It was nice to feel like we did some things a lot better than what we did on the previous Friday night. Now our task is just to continue to build on those and keep making ourselves an even better team as we go through the season.
You got a tough opponent coming in, and an opponent that you beat twice last year on the way to the state tournament. So they're probably reeling a little bit from that. They probably have a point to prove.
Yeah, I think, it's 2 years in a row we've been able to beat them for a sub-state championship, and previously they were the ones getting the sub-state titles. I think it's a little early to start thinking about things like that. I know we have them in our sub-state again this year. Obviously, if I had a choice between which 2 I'd like to win, I'd like to win the one in March and February there. But, I think they're a team that's trying to find themselves a little bit. They come off of having some pretty stellar athletes there for a while, and I think last year they started to learn a lot more about what it was like to play together as 5 guys that were, pretty cohesive. And they lost a big in Ian Nordell last year, who went on to walk on, I think, at K-State for football. But they bring back some pretty good players this year, I think, that could make things difficult for us. Excuse me. I think the Reed kid does a very nice job for them. He's a scorer. He plays a lot in that kind of persona as Cooper Holmes did. He's got nice size, about 6'4". He gets to the rim well, loves to go baseline and go score, gets to the free throw line a load. And if you remember Cooper Holmes, it felt like he was always at the free throw line. So they basically just put their head down and go. They do have a guard, Billy Bouchard, who's been playing against us for seems like forever. But he got hurt on Tuesday in their game against Republic County, but I think he'll be full force again tonight. And he's a good point guard. He handles the ball well. He defends well. I tell you, the one thing that's scariest about them is the way that they defend sometimes. They don't defend for a long time, but in short bursts, they are very aggressive. They get after you very hard, and they do try to make life miserable on passes. When if you take 1 second off, they're going to pick it, and they're going to be going for a layup on the other end.
Yeah, they're a talented team. They're quick. They're well coached. Mike Rowe has been around a long time, so you know kind of what he expects to do. But you have to overcome a few issues too. You're missing Brett tonight.
Yeah, we're missing Brett. Brett's going to be out with an injury tonight. It's been something that's nagging with him since last Friday's game, and he tried to play through it on Tuesday and did a pretty good job. But, something related to the tendons around the ACL, I don't know specifically. I try not to do the doctor thing. I just try to let them tell me what to do. But we sat down and talked a little bit about it, and I think our best course of action is to try to get him rest now so this doesn't nag or get worse as time goes on, because he's a player we need as we go through the rest of the season. And, it is early. It's game 3. Every game obviously matters, but we need him for more games than less. So that was our intention now. And so Blake Hebel's going to step in the mix tonight, get his first start. Blake gives us a ton of energy. He plays with some wild abandon. And the hard part with Blake is, he tends to pick up a lot of fouls too. So it's going to be iffy as far as how long he can give us minutes and what we can do. We'd love to get a nice 3-man rotation with him and Ben and Jacob in there to where, we just kind of keep those guys flowing and then bring some other guys like Carson Winholtz and Lane Schrogen off the bench to do some of those things. And, I think right now he gives us a little bit more of what we need in the lineup to get things going. And I like being able to have Carson and Lane spell my guards after we have some time there too. So you may see some different lineups tonight. We may go 4 guards and a post. We may go, I don't know, we may go a lot of different things tonight. Our combinations could be very intriguing, but we'll try to take advantage of whatever we think we can take advantage of this evening.
And how about a couple of keys to victory?
I think biggest keys for us tonight, we've got to limit our turnovers again. I thought we did a great job of that the other night in spells. We got to continue to be on the boards. We went from having 16 boards against Abilene to 35 the other night against southeast. So we've got to make sure we maintain the glass and being able to stay out of foul trouble. I think if we can stay out of foul trouble, we need to keep the guys on the floor that give us the best chances to score and the best chances to defend. And if we start getting into foul trouble, it could be an iffy night.
Sounds like a plan, Coach. Good luck.
Thanks.
Doug Snyder of the Vikings, and we'll be back with more pregame right after this.
Lindsborg Community Hospital and Family Healthcare Clinic, supporting concussion safety and impact testing for all athletes who call the Smoky Valley home. Game day starts and finishes at Farley's Bar and Grill in downtown Lindsborg. Located at 101 North Main, this upscale, one-of-a-kind establishment offers a wide variety of drink and food specials. Come try their jalapeno poppers, coconut chicken tenders, or their classic Monte Cristo. Then wash it down with an ice-cold beer or tall glass of wine. Farley's Bar and Grill at the corner of Lincoln and Main in downtown Lindsborg. Farley's, your game day headquarters for the Smoky Valley Vikings and Bethany Swedes.
The Old Stuga in downtown Lindsborg is celebrating 40 years in business. Home of the famous Brent Nelson sandwich. Visit them on South Main Street. Go Vikings and go Swedes.
Do you know what major TV networks, Hall of Fame athletes, wineries, pubs, famous chefs, and brides and grooms from across the country have in common? They all purchase custom-etched glass at glassdecorators.com. Glassdecorators.com has been providing carefully crafted etched glass for nearly 30 years. An effective tool for company branding, etched glasses are also perfect for school and civic groups, special occasions, and that one-of-a-kind gift they won't receive anywhere else. Hempsloyd Scandinavian Specialties and glassdecorators.com, supporting Smoky Valley athletics since 1984.
And welcome back to Smoky Valley Gym. We will have a national anthem here shortly, but Concordia comes in with a hot shooter in Dylan Reed. He averages 20 points a game. Corbin Monson, 10.5 points per game. Garrett Lawrence, 7 points per game. Tyler Stupka, 6 points per game. And Billy Bouchard. That's their 5 starters, and that's what they score. The Vikings come in with Nick Reinert, averaging about 15 points per game. He's got 30 in the first 2 games. Well, excuse me. Nick Reinert has 27. He's got 31, so averaging 15 points a game. Brett Heichman out for tonight's game with a little bum knee, so he takes his 17 points a game out of the lineup, so that means that Jacob Adams is going to have to step up. Ben Weldy scored in double figures, 11 in the game the other night against Southeast of Saline. Jacob Adams kicked in 7. Lane Schrag kicked in 5. Zach Abel kicked in 4. So we're going to have to get a little more supporting cast to get a few more points that way. So that's a little bit about the scoring and everything. We will have a national anthem, so we will step aside now for the national anthem. We'll be back with starting lineups right after this.
Adam Keller.
the State Farm office of Anthony Hopkins in Ellsworth, because he'll do a free discount double check to make sure you're getting the car insurance discounts you deserve. Sometimes those can be up to 40%. So give State Farm agent Anthony Hopkins a call today, because being there to help keep more money in your pocket is why he's there. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
A good neighbor, State Farm is there.
And welcome back to Viking Gym. Starting lineups first for the Concordia Panthers. Number 3, he's a senior, 6 foot, Billy Bichard. Tyler Supka, senior, 6'1", he wears number 5. Corbin Monson, a junior, 6'1", he wears number 22. Dylan Reed, a junior, 6'3", he wears number 30. And Garrett Lawrence, he's a senior, he's 6'3", and he wears number 32 for Coach Mike Rowe. It'll be Lawrence, Reed, Monson, Stupa, and Bichard. At for Smoky Valley Vikings tonight, Nick Reinert, a senior, he wears number 3. Senior, he's 6'1", he wears number 5. Blake Hebel, a junior, he's 6 foot, he wears number 23. Jacob Adams, he's a senior, he's 6'4", he wears number 24. And Ben Weldy, he's a senior, he's 6'4", he wears number 42. Head coach Doug Snyder, assisted by Alan Meyer and Dayton Walter, will send out Weldy, Adams, Hebel, Abel, and Reinert as Brett Heitschmidt out of the lineup tonight. See how everything works out. And the Concordia in their red uniforms, white lettering, white numerals trimmed in black, little white striping around the base of their pants, and says Panthers in red down the side of their shorts, and little red and white striping down the side of their shirts. Vikings home white uniforms, black lettering, black numerals trimmed in orange and black are down the side, and it's Lawrence jumping against Weldy, controlled by Concordia. And we are underway. Bichard with it. Twisted his ankle a little bit in the game Tuesday night, but he's back in the starting lineup tonight. Goes inside, and quickly a shot good by Lawrence. So a quick one pass, one shot, 2-0 lead Concordia. Back Abel in the back with it to Reinert, looking for Adams up there, and it goes up to Abel instead. Abel with it on the rim. Inside to Adams in the lane. His shot. Bouncing, no. Lawrence with the rebound. Concordia clears it out. Here comes Dylan Reed with his 20-point average. Air ball is the first one. Quickly up to Jacob Adams. He can't handle it, and he throws it away. A turnover Vikings. A missed shot and a turnover on the first 2 possessions. Not the way the Vikings wanted to start tonight. 2-0 Concordia, 47 seconds into the ball game. Bichard with it in the backcourt across the timeline. Reinert picks him up. Man-to-man Vikings. Here's Reed, three-pointer, no. Rebound nicely by Ben Weldy. Good screen out, good rebound, Ben Weldy. Here's Reinert with it in the front court. It's a screen from Weldy. Give and go. Here goes into Jacob Adams and turns it over. Adams gets it stolen by Monson, and Monson picks up the loose ball. Here's Reed with it. Drive, baseline, shot, good. Reed hits his first 2. It's a 4-0 run by Concordia. Reinert on the dribble, has it knocked away momentarily, but picks it back up inside to Adams again. Out to Hebel, out to Reinert, back to Hebel, Blake Hebel. Back to Reinert, knocked away, but saved by Reinert. Reinert on the dribble drive, kick out to Abel from the elbow, too strong, rebound, Concordia. Bichard has to slow it down as he's 1-on-4. Gives it to Lawrence, back to Bichard, they'll reset the offense. To Reed, right in front of the Viking bench, three-pointer, swish. A 7-0 run by Concordia to start the game. 2 minutes into the game, the Vikings are down 7-0. Hebel still in the backcourt, gets it off to Reinert. Reinert across the timeline. Reinert drive inside to Adams, knocked away, stolen, turnover. 3 turnovers for the Vikings and 7 points for Concordia. Here's Bichard, his 3. It's good. 10-0 run. And the Vikings call a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it right here, thanking Harry Malary, Viking Auto, R&R Excavating, Scott's, Arn Reinert CPA, Bank of Tesket, People's Bank and Trust, Artshirt, Lindsberg Family Dental, Dower Welding, CNL Heating and Cooling, Dr. Darrell Loader, Smoky Valley Chiropractic, Gallant Tire and Auto, and check with Marty Loader for all your Smoky Valley real estate needs. Wow, Concordia came out hot, smoking hot. 10-0 run to start the game. They have to get something going. They can't turn the ball over. 3 turnovers for the Vikings. 5:33 left to go. Substitution came in. Number 24, Carlgren, comes in for Concordia. That's the only substitution. Bouchard went out. Carlgren in. No substitutions for the Vikings. In the backcourt, Reed against Reinert. Gets it up to Jacob. Jacob in the front court with it to Ben Weldy. Weldy with it. Concordia's gone man-to-man on this possession. Out it goes to Reinert. 10-0 run to start the game for Concordia. Vikings beat Concordia twice last year. Concordia wants to answer that this year. Weldy, spin move, kick out to Abel. 3-pointer, Zach. No. Rebound, Vikings. Jacob Adams. Off to Reinert. Reinert, dribble driving, now backs it out. A reset, under 5 minutes we go. 10-0 Concordia. Abel with it. Over goes to Weldy. Back to Abel. Abel drive out to Hebel. Loses a handle momentarily, but secures it. Back to Hebel. On the wing, back to Reinert. Long 3 ball. No. Rebound, Reed for Concordia. Reed quickly on the dribble into the front court. Top of the key. Over to Bouchard. I thought Bouchard went out. Who went out then on that? It was Stupka that went out. Vikings pick up the loose pass. Turnover, Concordia. Here's Reinert in the lane. Now elevates shot. Good. Nick Reinert 2. First Viking points come at the 4:10 mark. 10-2. Bouchard. Baseline it goes to Carlgren. Almost loses the handle. Ben Weldy picks him up. Cross court it goes to Reed. Abel right on top of him. Reed, kick over baseline. Monson, 3-pointer. Swish. Wow. What a 3-point shooting team they are. Monson with a 3. Arn Reinert, CPA 3-pointer. 3 of them to start this game off. 13-2 Concordia. One with 62 points. They won with 48 points. They're averaging 50. Here's Reinert. Off it goes to Hebel. Looking inside for Jacob Adams. Spin move. Shot. Good. Jacob. Nice baseline drop step move. 4 for Smoky Valley, but 13 for Concordia. You know they're not going to hit every shot. They're going to cool down. Bouchard hands it off to Reed. Reed, their leading scorer. With it on the dribble, outside the arc. Baseline it goes to Corbin Monson. He just hit a 3 from the other side a moment ago. Here's Bouchard, looked at a 3, didn't trigger. Gets it off to Reed. He will trigger. No, he'll drive. Now kick it off to Bouchard. He will trigger. Missing. Rebound. Lots of contact. They're going to have a foul on Concordia. 24, Carlgren picks up the foul, his first.
Foul called on number
Winholtz in for the Vikings, and that's all. Winholtz is in for Concordia. Stupka back in. And Lawrence out. Reinert on the dribble drive. Baseline pass to Weldy. His shot up. No. Rebound. Carlgren. A lot of contact there. Nothing called on that drive by Weldy. Good pass from Reinert. Vikings couldn't get it to go. Off it goes to Reed. Over to Bouchard. Baseline to Carlgren. Carlgren dribble drive. Double teamed. And Vikings get the turnover. Reinert slows it down. Turnover Concordia. Their second. Reinert has it, loses it, hangs up with it. 3-pointer from the baseline corner. No. Rebound Carlgren. Here comes Bouchard with the breakaway, and it's good. Off of the rebound. Good look up court by Concordia. 15-4, 11-point Concordia lead. Off to Jacob Adams. Jacob still with it to Zach Abel in the front court. Minute 49 left to go. 15-4 Concordia. Vikings going to put together a little run here. with the ball. Loose, but picked up by Reinert. Reinert with Reed on him. Reinert dribble drive. Shot up. Good. Nice drive by Nick Reinert. He's got 4. Smoky Valley has 6. A minute 30 left to go. 15-6. A minute 30 left to go in the first quarter. Bouchard with it inside to Stupka, out to Reed. Three-pointer, good. Arn Reinert, CPA three-pointer by Reed. He's got 5. And it's 18-6, a 12-point lead for Concordia. You heard Coach Schneider say in the pregame that they look more like a team. They don't have to depend on one person to score. They're getting scoring up and down the lineup. Inside to Adams. Shot up and good with the right hand. Jacob, a left-hander, went with the right hand. 18-8, 48 seconds left to go. Vikings trail. Reed off to Monson. Back to Reed. Two-man catch outside the Vikings zone. Try to go for the last shot, I would think. Bouchard to Reed. Back to Bouchard. Way out 10 feet beyond the arc. Playing a little two-man catch. Winholtz now comes up on Reed to make him dribble the ball. 23 seconds left to go. Reed handed off to Carlgren. Carlgren on the dribble. Back on the... last touch by... I thought Reed touched it last, but official said no. Got knocked away by Carson Winholtz. Lawrence back in. Bouchard out. Hebel back in. Abel out. Stupka in the corner. Inside it goes to Lawrence. Shot blocked from behind by Weldy. And it'll be Concordia basketball. 12 seconds left to go. 18-8 our score. Concordia with a chance to go for the last shot. Reed put it in way back court. He might throw it away. I don't know if Monson can catch it, but he does. 89 feet 11 inches from going out of bounds back court. Out it goes to Stupka, around to Reed. Reed three-pointer, no. Put back, no, by Carlgren. And we are at the end of the first quarter. Our score, 18-8 in favor of Concordia. Back with quarter number 2 right after this.
Farmers State Bank of Lindsborg, located at 447 Harrison Street, is proud to support the Smoky Valley Vikings and Bethany Swedes. Good luck, Vikings, and good luck, Swedes. Member FDIC.
And welcome back to Smoky Valley Gym. What a start by Concordia as they race out to an 18-8 first quarter lead. 18 points in the quarter. Well, you multiply that times 4. That's a lot of points. They're averaging. That's way over their average. So Vikings going to have to play a little bit better defense here. In the second quarter, Vikings will start off with the ball. Carson Winholtz, Jacob Adams, Ben Weldy, Blake Hebel, Nick Reinert on the court for Smoky Valley. Dylan Reed, Monson, a new player in there, number 23, Owen, has checked in. Stupka and Lawrence. Reinert with it out top. Looking for Carson Winholtz. He's kind of sneaking over here all by himself. Get the ball to him. Reinert looked at a shot, didn't take it. Baseline to Carson Winholtz, 10-footer, too strong. Hebel with a nice rebound. Out to Reinert. Reinert with the drive, has it stripped away, and out of bounds. It'll be Nick Reinert. 23 on the foul. That's Owen.
Number 23, Ivan Owen. That's his first.
Reinert put it in play to Winholtz. Back to Reinert. Baseline 3, no. Lawrence closed on the shooting Reinert pretty quickly. Off it goes to Hebel. Baseline to Winholtz. Winholtz drive. Kick out to Ben Weldy. Ben Weldy looked at a shot, didn't trigger. And now into Adams in the lane. Good. Jacob got 6. And there's a steal by Carson Winholtz. Good effort by Carson. Got a steal. Third turnover by Concordia. Vikings have 3 as well. Van Weldy, kick out to Hebel. Hebel out to Reinert. No. Hebel to Jacob Adams. Has it knocked away and stolen. Turnover Vikings. Owen has it knocked away by Carson Winholtz. Good effort by Carson, making up some room. And for the first time into the game, Cole Brumbaugh will get in. Dylan Reed to put it in play to Lawrence. Knocked away by Adams. It'll stay with Concordia. Good hands by Jacob Adams. 6:45 left to go, second quarter. 18 Concordia, 10 Smoky Valley. Reed still looking. And gets it into Stupka. Stupka, kick out to Owen. Around it goes to Monson. Closed out by Blake Hebel. Knocked away, off of Monson. Into the backcourt, but it was tipped, so it's not a backcourt. Monson on the dribble. Over goes to Reed. Reed outside, dribble drive, baseline, shot. Oh, that should be going the other way. Yes, it is. Dylan Reed. Good effort by Jacob Adams to stop and take the charge.
Number 30, Reed. That's his first.
First foul on Reed. Bouchard in. Now they go a little smaller. Reed's their biggest player, but he's also a big threat from the outside. Stupka and Owens and Bouchard are little guys. Monson a little bit bigger. Lawrence a little bit bigger yet. But they're not nearly as big and as athletic without Dylan Reed in there. Winholtz in the backcourt. And we got a foul on
number 23, Ivan
Owen. That's his second foul. Brumbaugh put it in play to Reiner. 6:15 to go. 18-10. Concordia with the lead. Smoky Valley with the basketball. Cross court it goes to Brumbaugh. Brumbaugh over to Winholtz. Winholtz with a little dribble out to Brumbaugh. Far side wing. Back to Carson between the circles. Back to Brumbaugh. Wanted to trigger a three but didn't. Went to Jacob Adams. Down to Hebel. Knocked away. It'll stay with Smoky Valley. 5:51 to go. Second quarter. 18-8 after one quarter. A little over 2 minutes gone. Good job by Nick Reiner. Throws it in against the Concordia player. Gets the rebound and puts it back in. 6 points for Reiner. 6 points for Adams. Smoky Valley has 12. There's a turnover. Vikings come away with it. Hebel off to Reiner. Fourth turnover. Turnovers are even at 4 apiece. Here's Reiner. Shot. Good. Nick Reiner with the and one old-fashioned three-point play. That's 23. That's Owen, his third foul. Coming off the bench is number 34, Trost. Trost in. Owen's going to stay in with his 3 fouls. Reed also back in. 14 for the Vikings. Could be 15, and it is. With 5:27 to go. And it's a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it right here. Talk about, again, a beautiful inauguration service today where Will Jones inaugurated as the 14th president of Bethany College. A lot of dignitaries from the Lutheran Church in America, from colleges and connections that Will had back in Tennessee, Berea College, among other colleges that Will has connections with. All gave a little welcome and a tribute to Will. People from the community. Former Governor John Carlin among the speakers. So the beautiful ceremony and a beautiful choir put together by high school, college choirs, and a community members singing a nice, beautiful song. So what a tribute was. Will, congratulations, and you're officially the president. What a job he's done in the last 18 months. So we appreciate all he's done. He just announced a scholarship. Every incoming freshman next fall is eligible for a free trip to Sweden. So every incoming freshman eligible. Concordia on the drive. Fouled is Bouchard. It'll be out of bounds. Foul's going to be on Zach Abel, his first. That's the Viking first foul. 5 team fouls on Concordia, of which 3 has been on Owen, who just came in a little bit ago. Now he went out. Lawrence is checked in. along with number 34, Trost, Bouchard, Dylan Reed, and Monson. Reed double-teamed in the baseline, blocked. Out to Lawrence, back to Reed. Reinert on him, three-pointer, no. Rebound, Zach Abel. Back on the dribble, quickly up to Reinert in the front court. Reinert with Reed on him. He'll reset the offense. 4:40 to go. Vikings down by 3. They trailed by as many as 12. Reinert on the dribble. Penetrating off to Ben Weldy. Kick out to Blake Hebel, 10-footer. Got it to go. Got the friendly roll around the rim and hit the backboard and around and in. Blake Hebel, it's a 1-point game. 17-18. Reed dumps down to Lawrence. Kick out. Shot from 3. Missing. Rebound, Zach Abel. Concordia has not scored in this quarter yet. Reinert, 3. No. Rebound, Bouchard. Still a 1-point lead for Concordia. Bouchard quickly up. Passes on the baseline to Reed. Reed guarded by Reinert. Reed backing him down on the blocks. Shot up and good. And Reinert going to get called for the foul. He held his hand up, but Reed jumped right into him and got through the foul. Reed will get an and one. Reinert comes over and talks to the official and says, "Why are you there?" He said, "You stepped into the foul," so he gets a foul called. Concordia's first points of the quarter coming at the 3:49 mark. Reed's and one looks too strong, and Stupka with the rebound, so not a good thing for the Vikings. Not a good thing for the Vikings to give up that offensive rebound on the missed free throw. Bouchard loses the handle, gets it off to Reed. Reed with it outside, guarded by Reinert. 3:30 left to go. 2 points is all that the Concordia Panthers have scored in this quarter. I told you they wouldn't be able to keep up that 18-point pace that they put together. Here's Reed looking at a shot, driving. Oh, there's going to be an offensive foul. Reed just quickly forearm shivered Reinert, and Reed picks up his second foul. Jacob Adams in, Blake Hebel out. .32 just walked in. Coach Rowe going crazy over here as Lawrence went into the game just from the bench. He just walked out on the court and Reed came out, and they called Lawrence over to the scores table, and Reed had already gone out, so a little bit of coaching moment there for Mike Rowe. He could get after his players a little bit. 3 minutes left to go, first half. There's a pass knocked away and stolen. Vikings turn it over. Bad pass by Reinert. Very, very few bad passes by Nick Reinert, but that was one of them. Lawrence underneath to Bouchard. Shot missing. Rebound, Jacob Adams. Here comes Reinert on the run. 2:40 to go. Vikings trailing by 3. Adams gets shoved out by Lawrence. Reinert looking for the pass. It doesn't go there now. Off to Brumbaugh. Brumbaugh underneath to Weldy. Nice pass, Cole Brumbaugh. Nice finish, Ben Weldy. And a timeout on the court. We'll step aside as well. 2:28 to go, first half. 20 Concordia, 19 Smoky Valley. Back right after this.
Qualifications and rules apply. See institution for details.
Last play of the game, folks.
And the snap. Drops back. Whoa, changes mind. Down the sideline. The 40, the 30, the 20, the 10. Kasasa! Unbelievable! Did you see that? Kasasa!
Not to be a buzzkill, but what's Kasasa? We're glad you asked that. Kasasa. It's a catchy word for earning cash. Free Kasasa checking rewards you in cash each month.
Ask for Kasasa. Offered locally at the Bank of Tesket in Salina, Lincoln, Lindsborg, and Tesket. Member FDIC.
Back at Smoky Valley Gym, 18-8 first quarter, end of the first quarter score. Concordia led by as many as 12 in that first quarter, but the Vikings have answered back. They now trail by the score of 19-20. 2:28 left to go in the first half. Bouchard with it on the slow walk-up. Working against Zach Abel. He falls back over to Monson. Monson with it outside, guarded by Reinert. Dylan Reed not in. He's got 2 fouls. There's Lawrence in the lane, missing, but Stupka gets the rebound, but can't handle it. Turns it over. 5th turnover, Concordia. There's Reinert on the run. He wanted to get it to Jacob, but Jacob was well covered. Reinert still on the dribble now. Back it out. Monson guarding him. Minute 59 to go. Inside to Jacob. Outside of the lane, though. Jacob kick it out to Ben. Ben Weldy, 3-pointer, too strong. Rebound. And fouling is Jacob Adams. His first, team third.
24, Jacob. First, team third. Stanford Vikings, number 22, Varsity.
Brumbaugh out. Wentholtz in. Monson and Bouchard in the backcourt, bringing it up. Stupka, Lawrence, and Trost in the front court for Concordia. Monson with a dribble drive. Kick it out to Lawrence. Out top to Trost. Around to Bouchard. Zach Abel on him. Off to Trost. Near side to Stupka. Stupka, good defense. Ben Welly to Lawrence. Lawrence in the lane. Shot up, missing. Rebound. Oh, Bouchard with, how did he read? He read that so well that it was going to miss. It was airballed it from 6 feet. And that increases their lead. Now knocked away and stolen. Bad pass, Zach Abel, but stolen back by Wentholtz. Wentholtz picks up Abel on the errant pass. Pardon me. Vikings with 1 minute left, trailing by 3. Off it goes to Reinert. Reinert looking inside, Bouchard guarding him. Hill looking off to Adams. Adams kick out to Reinert. Oh, he should have triggered that 3. Didn't. Went to Zach Abel instead. Zach off to Adams. Jacob Adams. Nicely done with a nice assist from Zach Abel. 22-21. 35 seconds left to go. Stupka in the front court. Casa goes to Bouchard into Lawrence. Baseline 10-footer miss. Reinert with the ball quickly up to Jacob. Up and good. And Bouchard with the foul. Jacob Adams from Reinert. Beautiful pass. Perfect timing.
Foul on number 3, Bouchard. That's his first. Team 7. Adams on the line, shooting 1.
Jacob Adams to finish the 3-point play. Too strong. Rebound, Monson. And Monson is fouled by Weldy on the rebound. Ball out of bounds to Concordia. 20 seconds left to go. Vikings' first lead. Of the ball game. Monson in the backcourt with it. Coach Rowe hollering out play. 13-12. Monson still on the dribble. Monson picks up his dribble. Going to launch a long 3. No. Rebound Vikings. Quickly up to Reinert. His long 3/4 length shot. No. And the Vikings take the lead at the halftime. We'll be joined by John Bella. We'll also have the impact performance of the first half. You're listening to Smoky Valley Basketball. Smoky Valley leads at 23-22. Back right after this.
Boyd Accounting provides professional accounting services in the Lindsborg area. Call them today at 227-2589 for all your accounting needs. Wishing the best of luck to the Smoky Valley Vikings and Bethany Swedes.
Direct Access Physical Therapy is available at Lindsborg Community Hospital. Direct Access means you can schedule an appointment for PT with
Captain Peyton Stevenson, Heather Schreiner, Patty Enyard, Taylor Barnes, Carissa Kindlesberger, Elena McMillan, and Eric Elliott.
I know Valley Vikings basketball on 95.5 The Rock.
And welcome back to Smoky Valley Gym. Don Binkson with you. Jared Bays working the controls for us. Once again, the Vikings have a 23-22 halftime lead. Scoring went like this. First for Concordia, 3 points for Corbin Monson, 5 points for Garrett Lawrence, 7 points Dylan Reed, 7 points Billy Bouchard. For the Vikings, 2 points Blake Hebel, 2 points Ben Weldy, 9 points Nick Reinert, and 10 points for Jacob Adams in a very, very good half for Jacob Adams with 10 points. He missed the and one to give himself 11, but the Vikings really outscored Concordia by the score of 15-4 in that second quarter. And now joining me, Coach John Bella of the Viking girls. And Coach, you played your heart out. You scored 18 points in the third quarter. You've only averaged 21 points in the first 2 games. What'd you do? What'd you tell the girls at halftime?
Nothing at all. They just came out and played well, didn't they? It's nice
did.
to see the ball going in the hole. It's nice when we can get steals and layups.
Oh, yeah.
We got that a little bit. They were pressing us, so it was good to be able to break their press and get in and get some layups. But that was yeah. There goes my popcorn.
There goes your popcorn, but that's okay. But your freshmen played like upperclassmen again tonight. Bree Franklin got 3 fouls in the first half. She had 5 points. She came in the second half, played the entire third quarter without fouling, picked up a late foul in the fourth quarter, but she had 8 second half points, and I don't know how many rebounds. I don't keep track of rebounds, but Bree Franklin was my player of the game.
Absolutely.
She played so hard.
She did. She played so hard, and she felt so bad after the game. I said, you should not feel bad. You had a great game. I don't know how many boards either, but I bet she had close to 10.
I know she did.
And then I bet she had, 3 or 4 blocks?
Yeah, at least, yeah. She was not playing. She's an unemotional girl. She just has a deadpan look on her face. I said a couple of times, I need to go up there and cheer her up a little bit.
Yep, she is like that, which is kind of nice. She doesn't get too emotional.
Oh, she does, and she's even keel. But you had a lot of great effort by Carrington Haxton, too. You got a basket from Bree or L.A. Brumbaugh, and you got a lot of people chipping in. Amanda Bahana with some breakaway layups, and she was making her layups. And so it was really a total team effort tonight.
It was. It was nice to see. I was thankful because, we haven't been playing well at all, and to see the girls come out and play the way they did with as much heart as they did, I'm just really proud of them. I hate to say that when we lose, but still, we had a chance to win that ball game. And
that's a good team out there.
It's a good team. And, Bergman got that rebound and put back on that free throw, and I was looking at that, I'm going, because we can't expect Bree to be as quick as she is, and sure enough, she got in there and got the rebound and put back, but that one hurt us. But overall, I thought it was a great team effort. Everybody came in and contributed. I think from the game I watched, we created a lot of turnovers. On our side, we had quite a few turnovers, but I don't think it was created. We just threw the ball away.
I had it 20 and 21. I had us with 20. Yeah. I know I'm not completely accurate, but you did force in that third quarter 9 turnovers on Concordia. Yeah. You were after them. You were everybody contributing and knocking the ball away. Amanda and Ellie and Kira and Carrington. They were all just had their hands fighting away.
They did, and that's what it makes it worth it when you play that hard and you have a chance to win. And we got Heston on Tuesday, so we're going to have all of our ducks in a row against them. One of our biggest weaknesses, 2 of them I'll tell you right now, but we do not rebound well still. To this day, I don't know if we're ever going to change that. We're going to practice like heck to get it better, but I've been preaching that, I would say, year after year after year, and you watch time and time again when the shot's up, we have maybe 1 or 2 blocking out, the others are just looking, and that's they just don't understand. You're playing so hard defensively, you don't stop when the shot's up. You stop after you get the rebound. Then you can take a deep breath, but we're not there yet. We need to get there. We need to get better there, but then also our free throw shooting. We were 1 for 7 against Southeast, and then we were like 3 for 8 tonight. That's not even 50%. We lost by a couple points. If we just get a little bit better there, I'd like to get to the free throw line a little bit more. I thought we should have, but Coach always thinks he should have.
But it was a little one-sided on number of fouls in the first quarter, but it all evens out. But you played a tremendous game, and you're right, Heston up. We won't have that game live on the radio, but we will have it live on the internet on live.smokyvalley.org. So we'll look forward to seeing you compete on Tuesday night at Heston.
Sounds good. Thanks, Don.
Thanks for coming out, John.
You're
Congratulations
welcome.
on a great effort. And the Vikings lose a heartbreaker, 47-45, and the boys were down in this one, but they've come back, and they played a tough first half. We'll see how the second half of this one works. We'll take a 1-minute timeout, Jared, and I'll come back and name our impact performer of the first half, sponsored by Salina Ortho. We'll be back right after this.
First Bank Kansas is a proud sponsor of Smoky Valley football. First Bank Kansas is your community-oriented, customer-focused bank where banking is made personal with locations in Lindsborg, Salina, and McPherson.
Bethany College Swedes succeed. Bethany students lead lives of faith, learning, and service as they find their own pathways on Bethany's beautiful campus that's filled with opportunities to get involved with art, music, theater, athletics, service learning, sustainability, leadership, global citizenship, and more. Swedes succeed in their careers and their communities. Learn more at www.bethanylb.edu. Farley's Bar and Grill in downtown Lindsborg is your game day headquarters. Come try their Monte Cristo or other specialty menu items. Farley's Bar and Grill, located at 101 North Main Street in Lindsborg, proudly supporting the Smoky Valley Vikings and Bethany Swedes.
First Bank Kansas is a proud sponsor of Smoky Valley basketball. First Bank Kansas is your community-oriented, customer-focused bank where banking is made personal with locations in Lindsborg, Salina, and McPherson. Time now to look at our impact performance brought to you by the Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Clinic, offering comprehensive sports medicine care from education to preventing sports injuries to sports performance and preservation and healing of damaged joints through surgery and rehabilitation. Dr. Timothy Hawks and his teams of physical therapists, athletic trainers, and physician's assistants are dedicated to providing the highest quality of sports medicine care. And we're giving that to Jacob Adams. Jacob Adams with 10 points. He had several rebounds, and he was a man out there. Nick Reinert chipping in with 9 points, but Jacob Adams doing a great job. We need more of that in the second half. The Vikings are without their leading scorer, Brett Heitschmidt, tonight. So we'll see how it goes. Both teams starting the same way they started the game. The first possession goes to Concordia, and we're underway. Sit back and see if the Vikings can close it out. Lob inside, knocked away by Abel, but he stepped out of bounds. It'll stay with Concordia. Hebel, Abel, Weldy, Adams, and Reinert for the Vikings. Bouchard, Reed, Lawrence, Stutka, and Monson for Concordia. There's Bouchard driving, missing the layup. And Blake Hebel with the clear-out rebound. Off it goes to Reinert, inside to Adams. Adams working with Lawrence. Adams kick out, knocked away by Bouchard. It'll stay with the Vikings. 32 seconds gone here in the second half. No score. 23-22. Vikings 1 point lead at halftime. Neither team has scored. Blake Hebel with it out top from Reinert. Reinert back to Reinert. Far side wing. Free throw line extended. Reinert gets double team. Gets it off to Hebel. Back to Reinert. Looking for Jacob. Has it on the blocks. Kick out to Reinert. Three-pointers. In and out. No good. Rebound. Bouchard for Concordia. Quickly up to Stutka. Stutka almost traveled off to Lawrence. Off to Bouchard. Baseline corner. Near side. Out to Reed. Guarded by Weldy. Back to Bouchard. Inside to Lawrence. Working on Jacob Adams. Shot and missing. Rebound. It's a good job of sealing off. Rebound. Blake Hebel off to Reinert. Front court looking for Adams. Has him in the middle of the lane. Underneath to Weldy. Loses the handle. It goes off of Reed. And it'll be Viking basketball. 23-22. Neither team has scored yet. 6:39 left to go. Third quarter action. Hebel will put it in play in the corner. He will be on the sideline, but he's looking very much in the corner. Gets it into Reinert, reset the offense. Reinert way out now near half-court line. Reed not close enough to him to start the 5-second count. Off it goes to Hebel, looking for Weldy inside. Nothing there. Around to Reinert. Looked at a 3, didn't trigger. Reed close enough to him to start the 5 count? No. Reed trying to close out. Reinert still on the dribble. Reinert with the dribble all the way out to Hebel. Hebel in the lane. Kick out to Weldy. Weldy off to Jacob. Good, nice pass from Ben Weldy. Weldy with a nice, beautiful assist, 25-22. Bouchard, dribble drive, loses the handle out of bounds. Oh, they're going to bail him out with a foul call. Oh, my. Back Abel picks up a foul. He just lost the handle, no question about that. Bouchard with it outside, looking for Reed. Has him wing shot, good. Reed hits it, got 9. 24-25. Each team has scored a field goal here in the third quarter. 2.5 minutes into the quarter, low-scoring third quarter. Off it goes to Hebel, inside to Adams. Shot up and good. Jacob Adams with another nice pass coming from Blake Hebel. 27-24, 3-point Viking lead. Stupka over to Reed, over to Monson, baseline corner near side by the Concordia bench. Off to Bouchard between the keys to reset the offense at 5:05 left to go. Vikings with a 3-point lead. Concordia with the basketball. They hit a bunch of 3-pointers in the first half. Haven't hit any, or in the first quarter. They hit 4 in the first quarter and none the rest of the way. Winholtz in, Abel out. Reed to put the ball in play, goes to Bouchard. Goes back court with it, inside to Lawrence. Trying to get Reed on the give and go. Lawrence with a 15-footer. No. Ben Weldy with another rebound. A couple more halftime scores here. Reinert off to Jacob Adams. Beautiful assist by Reinert. And Adams has got 16 points. Vikings by 5. 29-24. 4.5 minutes to go. Vikings by 5. Stupka with it on the one dribble. Kick it out to Reed. Reed, long 3-ball. No. Ben Weldy with another rebound. Quickly the other way is Reinert. Top of the key. Looked at a 3. Didn't go. Kick out to Jacob Adams. Winholtz 10-footer. No. Jacob rebound. Jacob double teamed on the blocks off to Reinert. Reinert baseline dribble. Shot from 10. Good. Nick in double figures. Gets a steal. Turnover Concordia. Nick Reinert just stepped in front of that pass and got the steal. Here comes the Vikings inside to Ben Weldy. And Ben, he couldn't travel without being pushed. He got called for the travel, but he got pushed. Lawrence bodied him up from behind and caused the foul. That was definitely a foul on Lawrence, but went the other way this time. 31-24. 7-point Viking lead. Here comes Carlgren is checked in, and Trost is checked in for Concordia. Out it goes to Lawrence. Cross court to Reed. Reed looked to shoot a 3, didn't. Carlgren over to Monson. Monson traveled. Monson 3, good. Arn Reinert, CPA 3-pointer by Corbin Monson, his second 3 of the ball game. 31-27. Quickly up to Ben Weldy. Ben to Jacob. And we have Monson knocking the ball out of bounds. Well, there would be a foul there.
In for the Vikings, number 5, Abel.
The Viking ball underneath their own basket. Reinert put it in play, trying to get it to Adams, but not there. Gets it instead. Here's the Reinert 3, blocked by Reed. Comes Concordia, 3-on-3 break. Reed out top with it. Reed still on the dribble. Now he pulls it way outside, guarded by Reinert. Kick it out to Trost, around the baseline corner to Monson. Monson out to Carlgren. Carlgren looking out. There's a foul. There's a foul by Reed. He just extended his arm way out and shoved Reinert out of the way. And that's his third foul. A big foul on Reed. He really just shoved. There was no question about that call. Coach wasn't arguing about it. Coach was arguing with his player. Don't do that. Concordia pressure. Vikings get it into Adams in the front court. Back to Reinert. They'll reset the offense with a 4-point lead at the 2:35 mark. Reinert on the dribble against Carlgren. Inside to Hebel on the blocks. Hebel, spin move. Hebel shot, missing, rebound, Reed. Hebel kind of forced that one a little bit. Kick it out, well covered on defense. There's a Monson looked at a three, didn't trigger good defense by Zach Abel. Cross court it comes to Carlgren, baseline to Trost. Trost with it. Across to Lawrence. Back to Trost. Trost on the dribble. Picks up his dribble inside to Lawrence, guarded by Jacob Adams. Lawrence kick out to Carlgren. Carlgren dribble drive, shot with the left hand. Oh. And last touch by Carson Winholtz let it go because he knew that Carlgren or Lawrence had gone over the top and tipped it out, but the officials didn't see that. They missed it. Blake Hebel pretty disgusted too, but yeah, they missed that little tip by Concordia. Trost with it. Owen, who picked up 3 quick fouls in the first half. Monson, good defense by Nick Reinert. Forced him out of bounds. Turnover, Concordia. I have him for 8. Don't know if that's accurate or not. Minute 47 left to go. Third quarter. Vikings up 31-27. Reinert in the backcourt with it. Still in the backcourt with it. Still in the backcourt with it. Now gets it up to Weldy. Back to Reinert. Inside the half-court circle, but in the front court. Minute 29 left to go. Vikings by 4. Trost guarding Reinert. Crossover dribble. Reinert with a little bit of room. And can't finish. Got the unfriendly roll, but Reinert will have 2 free throws. And that foul on Carlgren. His second. And the free throw no good. Reinert 1 for 1, missed the second. We'll get a 1 for 1 in the first half, and now 1 for 2 in this second half. 32-27, 5-point Viking lead. Around it goes to Carlgren, far side wing, out top to Trost, near side to Corbin. Monson, 3, too strong. Nice block out by Zach Abel on that rebound. Off to Weldy. Weldy, 3-pointer, too strong. Rebound Lawrence. Off it goes to Monson. Under a minute left in the third quarter. Vikings up by 5, 32-27. Monson gets it off to Carlgren. Carlgren back to Monson, baseline corner. Monson out top to Trost. 38 seconds left to go. Lawrence has it. Cross court to Monson. Monson 3-ball. That's off. Rebound, Ben Weldy. Nice rebound, Ben Weldy. Here comes Zach Abel with it on the run. Slows it down now, top of the key. 25 seconds. The Vikings may go for the last shot. Reinert double teamed at the half-court line. Driving, still driving. Now brings it back outside. Monson was trying to draw the foul, went down, but Reinert just kept on dribbling. No whistle either way. Lawrence in the lane. Reinert, good. Nick Reinert with 2. 34-27. And that's where the quarter's going to end. Smoky Valley, 34. Concordia, 27. We'll be back for the fourth quarter right after this.
Don Bingston is your local Farm Bureau Financial Services agent and is proud to be in his 12th year as voice of the Vikings. Good luck, Vikings, and good luck, Swedes, in all your activities this year.
And welcome back to Smoky Valley Gym. Don Bingson with you for tonight's game. Jared Bass working the controls. We'll be at Heston on Tuesday. Heston and Smoky Valley. Seems like we always hook up every year with 2 games with them. This one will not count for the league record. And then we come home with Halstead. Then we have Haven. So we will have 1 league game with Haven before the break. And then right after in January, we'll have Halstead at Halstead. So we play Halstead and Haven home here to finish out the December portion of our schedule after we head to Heston. Vikings have the first possession of the 4th quarter. Almost a steal, but the Vikings hang on to it. Cole Brumbaugh, Winholtz, Abel, Weldy, and Hebel on the court for Smoky Valley. Off it goes to Ben Weldy. Ben Weldy's shot missing. Rebound Ben. Has it knocked out of bounds, and it'll stay with Smoky Valley. Adams and Reinert on the bench right now for Smoky Valley. 34-27. Inside to Ben in the lane. Shot good. Ben Weldy's second points, and the Vikings 36-27. And there's a shot. Cole Brumbaugh on the foul.
Foul's called on number 11, Cole Brumbaugh. That's his first, team second.
Bouchard with the basket.
Number 3, Bill Bouchard.
And he makes the and one. So 3-point play, 30 for Concordia, 36 Smoky Valley. A good start for Concordia on the strength of a Billy Bouchard basket and one. Winholtz with it, looking for Weldy, not there. Out top it goes to Abel. Back Abel with it, out to Ben. Oh, inside it goes to Winholtz. Winholtz and stripped by Bouchard. Somehow he got only ball. It was a hard strip.
And for the Vikings, number 3, Nick Reiner.
And Winholtz will go in. Jacob Adams will go back in. Winholtz out and Cole Brumbaugh out. So the starting 5 for the Vikings back on the court. Got a minute timeout, a couple minutes rest for Jacob and Nick. Ben Weldy over to Abel. Abel with it. Donald Reed is guarding Nick Reinert really, really tight all over the court. So we'll see how that plays out. They get a screen and got him away from Nick. Here's Zach Abel, has the ball knocked away, stolen by Carlgren. Carlgren on the dribble in the lane, shot off the glass and good. Carlgren, his first points of the basketball game. Concordia a little mini run here, a 5-0 mini run to get back within 2 possessions, 36-32. Reinert outside with it. Monson close to him, but not close enough to start the 5 count. Off it goes to Reinert in the lane. Bounce pass into Adams, loses the handle. And you're going to get a traveling call on Jacob Adams. I think he may be double dribbled, but I don't know. We'll see. But that's what the call was. Concordia now with a chance to close it to 1 possession. Monson on the dribble outside, guarded by Hebel. Man-to-man Viking defense. Baseline it goes. Stupka missing. And here come the Vikings. Off to Reinert it goes slowly in the backcourt. 5:40 to go, 4th quarter. Vikings lead 36-32. Need a basket. Haven't scored in a while. Scored the first points of the quarter. And then it's been a 5-0 run by Concordia after that. Adams off to Reinert. 3-pointer, too strong. Actually airballed it. Quickly up to Concordia. Bouchard in the front court. Baseline to Stupka. Off to Reed. Off to Monson. His 3-ball missing. Stupka tried to save it and does to Abel. Here come the Vikings. Quickly up to Ben Weldy. Ben in the lane. Kick out to Abel. Abel top of the key. He'll pull it out and reset. 5 minutes to go, 4th quarter. Keep saying 3rd quarter. It seems like it's only the 3rd quarter, but it is quarter number 4. Ben Weldy on the dribble against Bouchard. He's trying to pester him and hassle him, but Ben did a nice job of taking care of the ball. Nick Reinert elevates off to Jacob Adams. Jacob with it in the lane. He brings it out wisely to reset the offense again. 4.5 minutes left to go. Reinert still on the dribble. Reinert 10-footer. No. Rebound. Monson. Long arms. Garrett Monson. Corbin Monson, excuse me. Got the nice rebound. 4:17 to go. Concordia with it in the front court. Dylan Reed averaging 20 points a game. Has only got 9. Did not score in the third quarter. Oh, travel. And no on the basket. Zach Abel tried to take a charge, but no call made. But Reed missed the shot, and the Vikings get the rebound. 36-32 Viking lead. They call a timeout. We'll step aside as well. 3:52 left to go. Fourth quarter. Vikings up 36-32. Back right after this.
Game day starts and finishes at Farley's Bar and Grill in downtown Lindsborg. Located at 101 North Main, this upscale one-of-a-kind establishment offers a wide variety of drink and food specials. Come try their jalapeno poppers, coconut chicken tenders, or their classic Monte Cristo. Then wash it down with an ice-cold beer or tall glass of wine. Farley's Bar and Grill at the corner of Lincoln and Main in downtown Lindsborg. Farley's, your game day headquarters for the Smoky Valley Vikings and Bethany Swedes.
And welcome back to Smoky Valley Gym. The Vikings up 7, 34-27 after 3 quarters. Got the first basket to get to 36-27, so their biggest lead was 9. And now Concordia on a 5-0 run has slowed it, taken away, and the Vikings now with 3:52 left to go in the fourth. Have the ball, see what they can get done. Reinert with it in the backcourt. Stupka and guarding him. Inside to Jacob. Backdoor cut to Zach Abel, and they throw it away. Darn tough turnover. Great play. Jacob Adams came out high. Zach Abel went backdoor cut, but Jacob just threw it behind him a little bit. He's frustrated with himself, but Concordia now with another chance. Very low scoring fourth quarter so far. Inside it goes to Lawrence. Kick out to Monson. Winholtz guarding him. Off to Reed. Reed. Dribble drive. Reed in the lane. Way short shot. Loose and picked up by the Vikings. Up to Abel. Up to Reinert. They'll reset slowly as Reinert brings it across the timeline. Reed picks him up in the backcourt. Reinert still with the dribble drive. Now picks it back out. Off to Blake Hebel. Stupka has it knocked away, and Stupka's white ball. Stupka, yeah. You were fouling the whole way or knocking the ball loose. You can't get both. Coach not mad at the call. Stupka tried to sell it a little bit, but didn't. Jacob Adams gets it off to Winholtz. 3 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Winholtz on the dribble drive. Off it goes to Reinert. Reinert double teamed in the corner. Gets out of the double team. Gets it off to Jacob. Jacob with it. Gets it off to, no, and now gets it off to Nick. Wow. Pretty ugly there for a little bit, but the Vikings held on to it. 2:40 to go, fourth quarter. Reinert on the dribble drive. Reinert up and almost got it to go. A little scoop off the glass, but missed. Bouchard picks up the foul. That's going to be his second.
Foul on number 3, Billy Bouchard. That's his second. Team third.
Reinert free throw. Perfect. 3 out of 4 so far. Fifth one coming up. Got the friendly roll, 4 out of 5. Vikings back up by 7. 39-32. Is that right? 38-32. Should be 38. Yeah, they take a point off. Bouchard inside to Stupka. Stupka in the lane. Good. Stupka's first basket. 38-34, 4-point Viking lead. 2:13 left to go, fourth quarter. Reinert gets a screen from Adams in the backcourt, gets it into the front court. Reed closely guarding him, trying to get the 5 count going, and he does. Reinert kick out to Abel, back to Reinert. Reed right back in his hip pocket. Jacob Adams on the dribble drive and a foul on Lawrence. It'll be 2 shots coming up for Jacob Adams. Hasn't scored in the fourth quarter. Has 16 points on the night. And that is the first. Oh, they called it on Stupka. No, they didn't call it on Lawrence. I thought they were going to call it on Lawrence. First Jacob Adams free throw. Got it. Perfect. Nicely done, Jacob. Need free throws. Need free throws to fall. 39. Ben Weldy getting ready to check in. Jacob makes both free throws. Nicely done, Jacob Adams. 4 for 4 from the charity stripe in the fourth quarter are the Vikings. 1:50 to go. 34-40. Jacob Adams out. Hebel, Winholtz, Weldy, Reinert, and Abel on the court for Smoky Valley. Double team on Reed there. Gets away with it now, gets it over to Stupka, around to Monson, inside to Lawrence, guarded by Ben Weldy. Give and go, knocked away and stolen. Oh, the Vikings come up. Oh, my goodness. Zach Abel gets called for the foul somehow. I don't know what Zach did. Coach Schneider trying to get the official. He said he held him. He's like, wow. That was a bailout. 1:30 to go. Lawrence with it. Lawrence against Weldy. Still on the dribble. No, almost threw it away. Bashard Haynes grabs it quickly. Around it goes to Reed. Way long three-pointer missing. Vikings rebound. Zach Abel with it. Zach Abel will slowly bring it up. Coach Rose said you got to get up there. You're going to have to foul. They only have... Well, was that not a foul? 30-second timeout. We'll keep this one right here. Thanking Arn Reinert CPA, Art Shirt, Bank of Tesket, People's Bank and Trust, C&L Heating and Cooling, Dower Welding, Lindsberg Family Dental, Dr. Darrell Loader, Smoky Valley Chiropractic, Gallant Tire and Auto, Maury Loader, see Maury Loader for your Smoky Valley real estate needs, Scott's, R&R Excavating, Viking Auto, and Harry Malary. 1:07 left to go. Score by quarters. 18 for Concordia first quarter, 4 second quarter, 5 third quarter. Score by quarters for the Vikings. 8 first quarter, 15 second quarter, 11 third quarter. Vikings have 6 in the fourth quarter. Concordia has 7. Vikings get it into the front court. Ben Weldy with it. Ben all alone gets it off to Zach. Zach Abel with it now against Lawrence. Zach Abel on the dribble. Under a minute to go, and Lawrence is going to get called for the foul out of bounds for the Vikings. That is Lawrence's first. That's their 5th foul. They have to foul 2 more times before they get the Vikings to the free throw line. Zach can stand in the backcourt for 10 seconds. And there's Bouchard trying to draw the foul, not able to. Now Winholtz with it. Winholtz out to Abel. Good job, and there's a foul, finally. Bouchard really trying to foul. And finally going to put Zach Abel. No, that's going to be the 6th.
His third, team 6. Into the game for the Panthers, number 23, Owen. And for Smoky Valley, number 24.
Keeble, and now Concordia is going to call a timeout. A full timeout on the court. 38 seconds left to go. Vikings up 40-34. Back after this 30-second timeout.
Did you know you can purchase custom-etched glassware at the Hemsloyd? It's a perfect one-of-a-kind gift. Hemsloyd Scandinavian Specialties and GlassDecorators.com. Supporting Smoky Valley and Bethany Athletics since 1984.
back at Smoky Valley Gym. The Vikings trying to hang on. With not very many fouls called, fouling to get the Vikings at the free throw line is taking Concordia a long, long time. They've fouled twice. Now the next foul will put Smoky Valley at the free throw line, but there's only 38.6 seconds left to go. Concordia coming in with 2-0 record. Vikings at 1-1. See if the Vikings can take care of business here. Oh my goodness. They ran that sideline play and couldn't get the ball in. Jacob Adams got a screen and was wide open, but Carson just couldn't let it go and ended up calling a timeout. It's a 1-minute timeout, but we'll keep it right here. Bethany on the road tomorrow late afternoon, a 5 o'clock tip for the Bethany College girls. And then the guys follow. They're on the road at Tabor. So tough contest for the Bethany College boys tomorrow. And then they'll be, don't do that. My color commentator that hasn't color commentated yet, Chris McClure, is working the scorebook tonight, so he turned around here and was going to unplug a few lines for me. That wouldn't be good. And then again, next week, we're on the air with internet only, live.smokyvalley.org. And McPherson girls losing to Bishop Miege tonight by the score of 51-59. We'll see what happens in the boys action up there from Bishop Miege. Winholtz gets it into Ben Weldy, and Ben Weldy is fouled. Ben Weldy not shot a free throw yet. It'll be 1-1.
His first, team 7. On the line, shooting 1-1, number 42.
On Monson, that's his first. So Ben Weldy needs to knock down a couple of free throws. We'll see what we get done here. First one up and perfect. Nice job, Ben. 41-34. 7-point Viking lead. That pushes it out to 3 possessions. 36.9 seconds to go. And he got them both. Nicely done, Ben. Ben going out. Blake coming in. Reed will put it in play to Bouchard. Reed quickly. Bouchard up the court. Bouchard out to Reed. Dylan Reed off to Monson. Monson, good defense. Blake Hebel. Off it goes to Bouchard. His 3. Good. Good by Billy Bouchard. Billy Bouchard, averaging just 4 points per game, has got 6 and 7. He's got 13 points. It's a 30-second timeout. We're going to keep it right here. 24.1 seconds to go. You know that Concordia is going to foul the Vikings right away, so we'll see who they choose to work the ball to try to get the ball worked in. And they'll try to figure out who they want to foul. They'll try to leave somebody a little bit open. See how it all works out. Bouchard and Reed and Monson and Stupka and Carlgren right now on the court for Concordia. Zach Abel will put it in for the Vikings. Winholtz, Reinert, Adams, and Weldy on the court for Smoky Valley. Trying to get it in. They go down court to Nick. Nick Reinert with the layup. Good. Quickly up to Reed. Quickly up to Bouchard. And Reinert will foul in the backcourt. The Vikings have 3 more fouls to give. And that's a smart move. Fouling, so they make them set back up again. Ben Weldy out. Blake Hebel in. They'll probably foul him a couple more times in the backcourt. Just don't want to make it too intentional. Carlgren with it outside and it's going to launch a long 3. It's stuck it up. And alternating possession. It'll be basketball, Concordia basketball. When it gets stuck between the rim and the backboard, it's a jump ball, and that was so far off by Carlgren that it turned it over into Stupka, into Monson. Baseline corner, Reed. Two-pointer, no. Rebound, loose. Vikings, whoa. Carlgren just trying to get to the ball, ends up being on the back of Zach Abel, and they both went crashing to the ground. No foul called, but it is Concordia basketball. But just 1.3 seconds to go. The Vikings are going to win. There's a tip by Zach Abel. And the Vikings hold on for a 44-37 win. We'll be back to wrap it up, and we'll be back to promote the Rockingham Media Scoreboard Show. Don't miss the Rockingham Media Scoreboard Show tonight from 10 to 11 on Sports Radio 1150 KSAL. Get a recap of this game, scores from the area, and other wraps from the Rockingham Media stations. That's the Rockingham Media Scoreboard Show from 10 to 11 on Sports Radio 1150 KSAL. And we'll also name the Salina Ortho Player of the Game. You're listening to Smoky Valley Radio. Back right after this.
Do you know what major TV networks Hall of Fame athletes want?
Choice, past, present, and future.
People's Bank and Trust is proud to support the Lindsborg community and the athletes at Smoky Valley High School and Bethany College. I'm Ryan Biegert, branch manager at the Lindsborg location for People's Bank and Trust, a proud native of Lindsborg, and I'm ready to be your banker. People's Bank and Trust, meeting the needs of our community and always improving the way we do business. Located at 201 South Main in Lindsborg, member FDIC, equal housing lender. Go Vikes and go Swedes.
Tonight's broadcast is brought to you in part by the Bank of Tesket. Generations of confidence, relationships for life. With locations in Lincoln, Salina, Tesket, and Lindsborg. The Bank of Tesket. Member FDIC.
We're the Bank of Tesket.
It's tough out there. Trying to stretch every paycheck a little further than the last one, it means cutting costs. And one of the best places to start is at the State Farm office of Anthony Hopkins in Ellsworth, because he'll do a free discount double check to make sure you're getting the car insurance discounts you deserve. Sometimes those can be up to 40%. So give State Farm agent Anthony Hopkins a call today, because being there to help keep more money in your pocket is why he's there. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
A good neighbor,